To retain the high sound quality of your records, it's very important to preserve them properly. In this video, we're going to focus on how to clean a record. There are better, more expensive ways to clean a record, but if you've just started to collect records or you're on a budget, then this way is simple and cheap. The guide used in this video is based on a Reddit post made by the user Hurry for a Sec on the vinyl subreddit. You're going to need the following materials to clean your records: a bottle of isopropyl alcohol, preferably over 91% purity, a bottle of distilled water, a pack of microfiber towels, and 2 plastic spray bottles. You can get most, if not all of these items at a pharmacy, Home Depot, or alternatively Amazon. The total price will end up being about $10, but depending on the amount of materials you get, the price can differ. I ended up paying around $20. I also chose to use a towel to cover the table, but that part is optional. As you can see, I gave each of the spray bottles a label, which helps keep them organized. We're going to start with spray bottle number 1. In this bottle, we're going to have equal parts of both distilled water and isopropyl alcohol. Please keep in mind that the measuring cup I used isn't optimal for pouring liquids, but it works for presentation purposes. Now that we've mixed the distilled water with isopropyl alcohol in spray bottle number 1, we can move on to spray bottle number 2. This spray bottle should only contain distilled water, so we're going to put the same amount of liquid in spray bottle number 2 as we did with number 1, just exclusively with distilled water. With our filled and labeled plastic spray bottles, we can move on to the next step. We'll start out with laying one of the microfiber towels on top of the towel covering the table. Then we'll put our record to be cleaned on top of the microfiber towel. It should be noted that the record I chose to use isn't really that dirty, but regardless of what condition the record is in, cleaning it will usually improve its sound quality. To clean the record, start off with spraying the contents of bottle number 1 onto the record while avoiding the label. 5 sprays did the job for me. Next, we'll take a second microfiber towel and start to scrub the record along the grooves. It doesn't matter whether you scrub clockwise or counterclockwise, as long as you follow the grooves. Pressing down the label with your other hand can help keep the record steady. All we have to do now is just do the exact same thing as before, just with bottle number 2 instead. Once you're done with that, you can let the record dry on the towel for a little while. If you also want to clean the other side of the record, you can flip it over once it's dry. As you can see, the record is looking very clean now, although the difference from before isn't as drastic as if you would have used a very dirty record. Now we can finally take a well-deserved break and listen to our freshly cleaned record.